is a place to be for the rock and roll on your radio.
gone really well. In fact, we're really building up for the Anaheim date, which the band is looking forward to playing because it's going to be the most spectacular show of the tour. We've got lots of little surprises lined up, and we've also got clearance to physically fly the spaceship into the building.
Jay, we have no idea what that's going to be like, but it'll be something to see, I'm sure.
Well, let me put it to you this way. With our 54 ground crew technicians and the 14 semis and the huge sound system that's going to be the largest one that's ever been in Anaheim Stadium, we're going to have 64-foot sound rings on 3 levels with 6 semis with nothing but sound in them.
Andy Truman, along with Ace Young, man, the Electric Light Orchestra in town tomorrow at Anaheim Stadium. Quite a show indeed. KMET News Time, 6:02 and 30 seconds. On the national scene, it turns out that North Carolina's leading air polluter is nature itself. A consultant to the state Commerce Department says the state should seek a change in the federal ozone standards in areas where there are large quantities of trees. The federal government's ozone standard is based on the quantity of hydrocarbons released into the air, and 68% of all the hydrocarbons in North Carolina's air comes from the interaction of sunlight with vegetation, especially with pine trees. And apparently because of this, that's why the Smoky Mountains are so smoky. KMET News Time, 6:03. On the national front, remember him, former Attorney General John Mitchell? He got some bad news today.
John Mitchell asked the U.S. District Court in Montgomery to order his immediate release from federal prison. Mitchell is serving a sentence on Watergate cover-up charges at Maxwell Air Force Base. His lawyer said in a petition that Mitchell is the only inmate denied credit for medical furlough time and has been denied equal treatment under the law. The petition charged that the U.S. Parole Commission ignored the specific policies of Attorney General Griffin Bell. It said Bell has indicated publicly in the past that Mitchell should be released from jail. Mike Anderson, Montgomery.
So, former Attorney General John Mitchell, his request for parole denied. KMET News Time, 6:04. In evening KMET sports shorts, makeshift crews are being set up to serve as umpires for tonight's Major League Baseball schedule. The umps, they are on strike. Apparently they want to renegotiate their contracts. In other sports shorts, Daredevil Don Vesco of El Cajon, he broke his own world land speed record today for a motorcycle. He covered a mile at the Bondeville Salt Flats in a two-way average of 314.355 miles per hour. Now that's cooking, you know what I mean? In other national notes, the ever-present chances of an impending postal strike still loose in the national news. With the report, here is Bob Berkowitz.
Chances for heading off a nationwide postal workers strike dim substantially as the nation's largest postal workers union overwhelmingly rejected a tentative contract with the U.S. Postal Service. Under a resolution passed at a recent convention, Union President Emmett Andrews must ask the Postal Service to reopen the negotiations. And if the request is turned down, Andrews must call a strike within 5 days. But such a strike would be illegal. Asked if he was willing to break the law, Andrews said,
I am willing to go through this mandate. I am trying to do everything I can to follow the mandate of that convention.
Postmaster General William Bolger has steadfastly refused to renegotiate the tentative agreement, but in a statement said that a peaceful method still exists to settle the dispute. Bob Berkowitz, Washington.
Thank you, Bob. Locally, earlier today, KMET was out at the Pine Crest Elementary School in Van Nuys. The reason we were out there, the world's largest sandwich was to be built. We talked with a few of the chefs that were on hand. I'm speaking with
Tina Lindsay.
Now, Tina, listen now. This is a sandwich that's 600 feet long. Do you know how long 600 feet is?
Pretty long.
Is it, can you equate this into, let's say, the length of a football field? How many football fields does it take to make 600 feet?
I don't know.
2.
Really?
Yeah, the football field's 300 feet long, right? So 2 football fields would be what?
600 feet.
Jeez, you know what?
Then we should have just made the sandwich on 2 football fields.
That's what I think, you know? Now, listen, it says you're a chef. Now, what are your specialties besides making long sandwiches?
I don't know.
Well, don't you cook at home?
Yeah.
What do you cook?
Pizza.
How do you make a pizza?
Well, I just buy it frozen and I put it in the oven.
That sounds pretty good to me. So listen, you're going to be helping make the sandwich, and when it goes down to the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest sandwich, just think you can look in the book and say, see that? I helped do that.
Yeah.
All right. What's your name?
Larry.
Now, Larry, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just supervising around here.
You're a supervisor, huh? Well, you're a pretty big dude. I mean, compared to the rest of these people, I guess they need a strong-arm guy like you, huh?
Yep.
Yep. So how old are you?
10.
10. Now, what about the sandwich? Do you think it's going to be a success, or do you think it's going to be a failure?
A success all the way.
All the way. It's 600 feet long. There's going to be, 300 kids flanking the sandwich itself, and then when it's all put together, the big part's going to be flipping one piece of bread on top of the other simultaneously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think it'll be done?
Yes.
You have faith in your co-workers?
You bet.
All right. So let's talk to somebody else. Come over here. Don't try to get away. What's your name?
John.
Ah, John. What's going on, man?
Nothing.
You don't know. Now, you're not nervous, are you?
No.
All right. Now, what about the sandwich?
I think it's going to be a success.
Success? Well, all right now. What's your name?
Samantha.
Samantha. Now, listen. I want to know for sure now if this is going to be a success, because if there's people listening right now, and we don't want to give them the, you know what I mean, the false impression that this thing is going to, you think it's going to be okay?
Yeah.
Everybody think it's going to be all right?
Yeah.
Whoa. All right, so let's hear it for the sandwich, okay? Give me a hip, hip, hooray for the world's largest sandwich. Ready? Go.
Hip, hip, hooray!
Whoa. All right, thanks a lot, and good luck, kids.
Bye.
Bye. Well, I'll tell you what right now, okay? Now, those were the chefs that were putting the sandwich together. And now, friends, the results of their efforts.
Well, Philip Dye, of course, you're the guy that put this whole thing together at Pinecrest Elementary School in Van Nuys. The world's longest sandwich, 600 feet. And, of course, we're waiting with bated breath here at the Mighty Met to find out, was it a success?
Yes, it was. It was 592 feet and 1 inch.
Meanwhile, of course, one of the most, I guess you could say, trying moments in the whole thing was after you had the sandwich already made, it was ready to go. The thing that had to make it official is that they had to flip the top part of the sandwich onto the sandwich itself. And how did that go?
Actually, that went very well. We had over 600 kids, and they all grasped the top portion of the sandwich, and on my signal, and several other people who relayed it up and down the sandwich, they all flipped it at the same time. It worked perfectly.
So it goes into the Guinness Book of World Records, the longest sandwich ever made. And, geez, what about the sandwich now? Is it still intact or what?
Well, it was totally demolished in about 15 minutes.
592 feet and 1 inch. 600 kids helped put it together using 115 loaves of bread, 450 pounds of meat, 150 pounds of cheese, 120 heads of lettuce, 89 gallons of mustard, and 5 gallons of mayo. The world's largest sandwich. I mean, that's more than Paraquat eats in one day. Follow me? Up next on the Mighty Met, Southern California weather. Then we welcome in the burner, Mary Turner.
The Electric Light Orchestra in concert. The big night with ELO and extra added attraction, Journey. And on the same show, Kingfish, and introducing Tricksters Saturday, August 26th at Anaheim Stadium. Don't miss the Electric Light Orchestra in concert with fantastic lighting and laser effects under the stars. ELO. Produced by Wolf and Lismiller Concerts.
Tickets for Yellow are now on sale at the Anaheim box offices and all the usual places.
Early morning hours. Otherwise, fair tonight through Sunday with sunny days. All right now. Little change in temperature. The overnight low about 62. The high Saturday and Sunday near 82. Right now at the Civic Center, 74 degrees. LA Airport, 71. Long Beach, Orange County, 77. The Valley, Simi, Thousand Oaks, 76. San Diego, Del Mar, 74. And currently, Metro Media Square here in Hollywood, 72 degrees. Patrick Kelly here. Have a great weekend. More news at 6 a.m. Monday morning with Bro Ace Young as KMET informs Southern California. Now, KMET Rock Southern California. More great hit music. Let's welcome in the burner.
94.7 KMET. Tweedledee.
You got your Tony Lamas on, your jeans pressed tight. Take a few toes, make it feel alright. Rock it and roll it on a Livingston Saturday night. Pick up is rising, better pop another keg. 15 make it 20, that's alright. 'Cause they'll be rocking and rolling on a Livingston Saturday night. Yeah, I see they'll be rocking and rolling on a Livingston Saturday night. One more time, they'll be rocking and rolling on a Livingston Saturday night.
To the International Olympics Committee in Switzerland in an effort to get the IOC to let Los Angeles host the Games. Says Ronka.
Well, it appears that we have agreed.
Let's say our own organizing committee in Switzerland sign a contract with the IOC. Who has final say whether or not we do get the Olympics? Once it's signed, does that mean we are history and we have to take the Games?
No, this contract, fortunately, does have to come back to the Los Angeles City Council. And I must say, after the 10 months of the fight that I've led down here to awaken the taxpayers and open people's eyes to the tremendous fiscal disaster that can come along with the Olympics, I think we have a much more aware and alert City Council on this matter than we did before. But I'll tell you frankly, I dealt with Lord Callanan, the head of the IOC in Athens. I don't trust them. I think these international aristocrats are used to leveraging cities and taking them to the cleaners. And until this thing is settled one way or the other, either we have it with absolute controls or we say forget it, goodbye, and find yourself another host city. Until one of those two things finally occurs, I'm going to be very concerned about this entire matter.
Meantime, what about the other councilmen? Do they feel basically the same way you do, or are they kind of with the local organizing committee?
Well, I think it varies. I think that right now that really could go either way, and it depends on what the language in the contract is and what the protections are. If it's pretty blatant and obvious that we are not protected, I think the City Council will clearly come along with me and we will vote down any contract. The trouble would be if the contract looks pretty good on the surface, but actually has some loopholes that are not so obvious, but could still get us in big trouble. You know, one example is the security cost. The security cost in Montreal was supposed to be $1 million, but it turned out to be $100 million plus. The security cost in L.A., the initial estimate was $1 million. Now that estimate is up to $22 million. I've talked to people who know about security in LAPD who've told me that if we are a target for international terrorists in 1984, that security cost could go to $50 million or above. And as things stand right now, there's nothing to guarantee that our local taxpayers wouldn't get stuck with that huge overriding loophole for the security costs. So that's one of the things that I will insist as one councilman is resolved before I would vote on any contract to let the Olympic Games come here.
You know, we talk about dollars, Councilman Ronka, and as you know, yesterday in Sacramento, Assemblyman Tom Bates' bill that would impose somewhat mandatory regulations on rent control, that died. Since that time, there are a number of people here in Los Angeles, renters, that are kind of concerned about, having to fork out dollars and the exorbitant rent increases and things like this. So the city of Los Angeles is pretty well on pins and needles as it is as far as spending extra dollars, and it seems like the people from Proposition 13, the landlords, are the ones that are benefiting from this. And you toss that together with the Olympics and the added expense of hosting the 1984 Olympic Games, we're looking at a serious monetary problem here for the city.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm proud of the fact that over the 8-month fight that I led successfully in the council to get on the November ballot this November a charter amendment, which is going to be Charter Amendment N. It's the one I authored to guarantee that we have Olympic cost controls so that if the games do come here, our city can't go into debt and our taxpayers will be reimbursed for any money spent. And that was a very important victory that, frankly, it had not been for the support of taxpayers, the same ones that voted for the Jarvis Amendment, I never could have gotten that through the council and on the ballot so the people themselves can vote on the Olympics and put cost controls in this November 7th.
So the Olympic Games, 1984, they've been popping up in and out of the news for the last few months. Back again today, and this time, well, not good news. As Bob Ronka charges, our own Olympic Committee has made major capitulations over financial matters in the latest contract offers to the IOC so that the city of Los Angeles can host the 1984 Games. We'll keep you posted on that one, for we are KMET covering the stories that concern our Southern California listeners. Elsewhere in international notes, the 5th day of a rulebook slowdown by French air controllers Delayed air traffic by as much as 45 minutes for some flights at European airports today, but reports from London said passengers in the British capital were forced to wait up to 12 hours. Brazil's Coffee Institute says a cold snap in the coffee-growing regions will reduce next year's coffee crop by at least one-third. This year's crop has already been harvested and was not affected by 3 straight nights of sub-freezing temperatures earlier this month. And American diplomats say a sly wink can sometimes lead to execution in Cambodia. In a report to the UN Human Rights Commission, the State Department quotes refugees from Cambodia as saying the nation's communist leaders have banned premarital sex, and even flirting can lead to the death sentence. In other notes of interest, a rather large cocaine bust in the news, this one in San Juan. In California, weather late night through mid-morning, low clouds with hazy afternoon sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Slightly cooler, the overnight lows in the mid-60s, the high Wednesday in the low 80s, and Thursday near 80. Right now at the Civic Center, 77 degrees, LA Airport 74, Long Beach, Orange County 75, the Valley, Simi Thousand Oaks 81, San Diego Del Mar 71, and currently Metro Media Square here in Hollywood 75 degrees. Patrick Kelly here. Next news, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning with Brother Ace Young as KMET Informs Southern California. Now, KMET Rocks Southern California. Here's more great hit music with the burner, Mary Turner.
Whoa. Ow. Ow. Whoa.
KMET Los Angeles.
When you walked into the room, there was I was captured by your style, but I could not catch your eyes. Now I stand here helplessly, hoping you'll get into me. I am so into you, I can't think of nothing else. I am so into you, I can't think of nothing else. Thinking how it's gonna be whenever I get you next to me. It's gonna be good, don't you know? From head to toe, gonna love you all over, over and over. Me into you, you into me, me into you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you. You walked into the room, there was voodoo in the vibes. I was captured by your style, but I could not catch your eye. Now I stand here helplessly, yeah, hoping you get into me. I am so into you, I can't get to nothing else. I am so into you, baby, I can't get to nothing else. No, no, no. Come on, baby. I'm so into you. I love the things you do. Listen, baby, driving me crazy. Ooh. Come on, baby. I'm so into you. I love the things you do. Come on, baby, I'm so into I'm so into you, yeah. I'm so into
Joe Wilfer, how you doing, partner?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Hanging in there. We talked to you about 24 hours ago. You had lost 29 pounds. We expected you to lose about, we figured 6 pounds between the last time we talked to you, yesterday and today. How many pounds?
I just down one, Pat.
You know, that's not funny, Joe.
I know it's not funny, but we've rented a portable steam bath that's coming to the Art Center tomorrow, and I'm going to start doing my work out of that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got the idea the other day, you know, these nice little things where your doors close on you and just your head sticks out. So we're going to try that, and that's going to be the, I'll stay in that thing until the weigh-in on Friday afternoon.
That'll be good. I think you ought to be able to lose the other 20 pounds then easily. Meantime, Joe, now we look at, you started this a couple of months back, and people pledged X amount of dollars and cents for every pound that you lost. Of course, your goal was 50, but let's say you just lose a total of, let's say, 30 pounds. How much money will that bring in to the Art Center?
Well, at 30 pounds, we'll probably bring in about $1,000. Our pledges officially that are tabulated are around $30 now, and we hope to get some more. A lot of people have indicated they will pledge, on the final day or after the final weigh-in.
Well, that sounds like a hot tip. I mean, the Art Center gets $1,000 and you lose 30 pounds.
That's the whole idea, and I think that's probably going to be, if not 30, maybe 35 would be the optimum. But I'm pretty pleased with that, even in spite of all my bad breakdown and midway through that didn't quite see me through to my 50-pound goal, but that's the best I could do this time around. I'm going to keep on it, though, Pat.
Well, look at it this way, too. Big Joe, you can always take some of that, $1,000 that's coming to the Art Center. You're going to have to buy yourself new clothes. You know what I mean?
Well, I know I'm going to have to do that, but unfortunately it's not going to come out of that pocketbook.
Oh, Joe, come on. Tomorrow, once again, we will check in with Big Joe Wilfer, and we'll speak with him, or actually, he'll be speaking with us directly from his portable steam bath. Can't wait. KMET News Time, 6:04. In other notes, the tax revolt spawned by Proposition 13 made big strides today. First, the Los Angeles City Council ordered rents rolled back to pre-Proposition 13 levels and ordered them frozen there for 6 months. And then in Sacramento, Governor Brown signed a $1 billion state income tax cut. According to Brown, lower and middle-class income wage earners will benefit most from the cut. Meanwhile, the rent freeze approved by the LA City Council today, it'll go into effect on the 30th of September. In other notes, the Secret Service said it was a hoax. A hotel maid in Idaho City, Idaho, had reported finding a death threat against President Carter on a mirror in one of the rooms on Monday. But today, the service says the message had actually been written by the maid, 23-year-old Kathy Wagner. She's being held in protective custody. Meantime, in other notes of interest, apparently the lunches your children are getting at school, they're not too shabby. KMET News Time, 6:06 and 30 seconds. Internationally speaking, they say everyone talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it. Now, some 400 climatologists plan to do something about it. The group will meet in Geneva in February to try to determine whether climatic changes can be predicted so as to protect mankind against their harmful effects. And I must say, friends, our next story is definitely a result of Mother Nature and the weather. Well, George Lacey, you're the manager of the Coalinga Chamber of Commerce, and I understand the city's, I guess you could say, a little bugged right now. You got crickets in town.
Oh, yes. Crickets are supposed to be good luck according to the Orientals, but they haven't brought us much luck here in town, I can guarantee you that. They brought us nothing but misery. They're pretty ornery little fellas to have around.
Well, they do make pretty music, though, when they rub their legs together, don't they?
Well, maybe one at a time isn't bad, but when they all get together, the symphony isn't that great. It really isn't. We've had them so bad. We've had them now for the last 2 or 3 months. They have come in about 2 or 3 different waves. The first wave was about 2.5 months ago, and they are especially attracted to lights. So the city was practically forced by the people to turn off the street lights, because if we didn't turn off the street lights, they were attracted at night, and then they would literally be upon the walls of the residents, just thick, maybe 2 or 3 inches thick and up under the eaves, and then they would get in the houses too.
Well, George, I understand also that a lot of restaurants in town, they've had to close down because the crickets have been coming inside the restaurants, climbing on the tables, all over the carpeting, and boy, this can't be good for the economy of Coalinga.
No, it isn't, and we're expecting that this last wave we hope will be the last of them now. We think that they're going to expend themselves, but we've been thinking that for the last 3 months. You see what's happened. We've had such a mild winter, and we had the drought before, and that cracked the ground, and then they laid their eggs in the ground, And then with such a mild winters we had, they didn't freeze off the eggs. And so when the rain came so bountifully, they just came out beautifully.
Well, George, I was thinking here, and so were other members of the KMET news staff. Now, we have contacted a local zoo authority, and I understand that one of the main predators of the cricket is your tarantula. Now, have you thought about maybe importing some tarantulas into Coalinga and having nature take its course?
Tarantulas have been native to Coalinga, but, unfortunately, they've had to put so many of the different poisons out to kill the other different bugs that I think tarantulas and horned toads, no less, have become fatality themselves.
I mean, geez Louise, tarantulas and the great horned toad, victims themselves. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm making this up, but it's true. Right now in Coalinga, during the current cricket swarm, the motion picture The Swarm, the movie about killer bees, is playing. You know what I mean? Personally, I like the little devils myself. You know what I mean? Up next on the Mighty Met, we'll take a look at that super Southern California weather, and we welcome in the hit music of the burner, Mary Turner. Southern California weather. Look for low clouds in the late night through mid-morning hours, clearing to hazy sunshine in the afternoons Thursday and Friday. Little change in temperature. The overnight lows in the mid-60s. The high both days near 80 right now at the Civic Center, 77 degrees. LA Airport, 71. Long Beach, Orange County, 78. The Valley, 70,000 Oaks, 83. San Diego, 73. Currently at Metro Media Square here in Hollywood, 74. That's 74 degrees. Patrick Kelly here. More news at 6 a.m. with Brother Ace Young. Of course, that's tomorrow morning is KMET Inform Southern California. Now, KMET Rock Southern California. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome in the burner, Mary Turner.
Ow!
Alleluia, 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 alleluia. KMET rocks Los Angeles forever and ever. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. And we shall rock, and we shall rock forever, forever and ever. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia, 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 alleluia.
There's a place up ahead and I'm going just as fast as my feet can fly. Come away,
on, and we began with Creedence Clearwater Revival, Up Around the Bend. We'll be back with some Foreigner right after this.
Are these Gap label jeans here?
I don't work here at the Gap, but
yes, they are. Thank you. Now I see the Gap label.
Great-looking pants.
Oh, terrific.
Well, that's what the word Gap stands for.
Gap?
Great-looking pants.
What?
I hear the Gap really shops around the world for the best-looking jeans and tops before they put their Gap label on them.
But great-looking pants would be GLP.
Exactly, and that's why they spell it that way.
Yes, sir. This letter in the middle here.
This L.
This A.
Well, they just make their L's funny. That's really an L.
Are you serious?
Probably got off to a bad start in school, you know. I hear they're originally from Lackran, Ohio.
Lackran?
Or maybe it's Lanaheim, California.
Just a minute. The Gap label means great-looking pants, but it doesn't mean... Have you heard their jingle?
You mean... All into the glip. That one?
Right now, the Gap has Levi's denim and cord jeans, including student sizes, for just $11.99. Plus Levi's boys jeans for just $9.99. And the Gap introduces Gap Smackers, a great new way to save money on jeans and tops. Each Gap Smacker is worth $1 on a future purchase. And right now the Gap is giving them away. 23 Gap locations, including South Coast Plaza, Costa Mesa, 21729 Van Owen, Canoga Park.
The cast...
We've got it all, and you can have it now, instantly, with our famous Instant Credit from University Stereo. Think about it. You can walk into any of our 12 locations, and in most cases, with your good credit, walk out minutes later with your dream system only at University Stereo. And remember, if that's not enough, we're the ones with the reputation of being the lowest price stereo chain in the world. So where are the prices? Here come the prices. From Shure, next to top-of-the-line M95 ED cartridge sold all over the country for $50. Now at University, absolutely blown out at $23. And, of course, our famous C90 low-noise blank cassettes, complete with box and label, the real thing, back in stock again, 49 cents. No wonder. University Stereo. 12 locations, including Sherman Oaks, Westwood, Santa Monica, Canoga Park, Culver City, North Hollywood, and Riverside.